Roger Stone here. Every day you wait, your money loses value, but gold and silver don't follow those same rules. American Sovereign Bullion gives you access to a nationwide wholesaler network, helping you secure aggressive pricing on real physical metals. Call 844-272-2428 now to get your free gold and silver guide to learn how to protect your wealth with physical gold and silver, delivered right to your door or with a gold IRA. Visit asbgold.com. That's asbgold.com for your free gold and silver guide today.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Elizabeth Warren trying to say that it was a Republican appointed judge, a Ronald Reagan judge that sealed the fate. No, it was a Biden DOJ that actually sued on the merger and put it in front of a judge. Again, Pete Buttigieg also celebrating the fact that he wasn't going to allow the merger right after the merger was denied between Spirit and JetBlue. Spirit went into bankruptcy, second bankruptcy last year. They were bleeding money, bleeding market share.
And, of course, Spirit Airlines now defunct. That is one of the stories that we will touch today. Happened over the weekend. We talked about it on the Saturday extravaganza. Welcome, my friends, to the Monday edition of Buzz Nerdly's Rush Hour, fastest hour in American media. We will get to, hopefully, that Spirit story, but there are other things in the news that I would like to touch on today. Carlos gave me a happy 4th. James Flippin, notice it too, yes. May the 4th be with you. The 4th should be with Disney, rather than us, to see whether they can finally come up with a decent Star Wars movie again. The Mandalorian and Grogu hits later this month. I've heard other reports, by the way, about the movie Michael. Some other people have gone to see it over the weekend. They're telling me it's a must-see. It was really good. They enjoyed it. And they didn't expect a documentary that went into all the rather unsavory topics. It focused on his music career and like that. One of the most outrageous stories I have heard, folks. I'm still shaking my head in disbelief. Cut to Carlos. This is that story. To me, this is just almost unbelievable.
Judge Zia Faraqui apologized to suspect Cole Allen for the treatment he's received so far while he's been behind bars. He's been put on suicide watch by the Department of Corrections, and the judge was asking why. An attorney for the government said that he was put on suicide watch because he told FBI agents the night of the White House Correspondents' Dinner attack that he didn't expect to survive, and his language suggested that he really was not expecting to survive his trip to Washington, D.C., and the ultimate incident where he allegedly showed up with a weapon to try and assassinate President Trump. He's been charged with that crime, but the judge very concerned about his constitutional rights, saying the defendant has requested a Bible, has requested meetings with his legal team, and that has not been allowed. He's been put in restrictive 24-hour lockup with no windows in a padded room without an opportunity to get out for recreation. And so the judge making it clear to the Department of Corrections that he wants answers by tomorrow morning about exactly what the housing determination will be made for the suspect in this case, out of grave concern about his constitutional rights, and that apology issued near the end of the hearing. And so quite a moment just moments ago in federal court. Bottom line, the Department of Corrections said they wanted to make sure that he survived, that this is a high-profile case, and all involved acknowledged it is a high-profile case. But again, the judge concerned about the treatment he's gotten since he was arrested after the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting incident. Sandra, back to you.
Assassination incident. Yes, I'm shocked by it. It was an assassination attempt, not just on the President of the United States, but of members of his cabinet, possibly members of the media. Anybody, if this guy got in there, who knows how many, if he were successful, how many people would be dead. And the judge has apologized to him they've been keeping him in a padded cell, lockup. And the judge, maybe the judge will ask him over for dinner. and just have a nice sit down with him and apologize to him again that he's being treated unfairly, being locked in a padded cell after trying to kill the leadership of the United States, after trying to kill maybe the vice president, maybe the first lady, after trying to kill members of the president's cabinet, after trying to kill reporters there for an evening, with this manifesto and these suicide notes before, and yet Magistrate Judge Zia Faroukui, or Faroukui, says that he was fascinated and disturbed by Cole Allen's treatment in jail because he was placed in suicide watch. He was also allegedly denied a copy of the Bible. And they said, since the guy wrote that he didn't expect to survive, who knows? Maybe he would have committed suicide. That sounds reasonable to me, but not to the judge. To me, the judge says, get this, ladies and gentlemen, get this. Get this. To me, it's extremely disturbing that he was put in 5-point restraints. A person with no criminal history. A person with no criminal history that made a plan to go to Washington, D.C. from California in hopes of executing, assassinating the president, vice president, maybe others, and whoever else would be collateral damage. And this judge, it's troubling. I've never heard of one January 6th defendant who was put in 5-point restraints or in a safe cell. So you see what's going on here. The judge is revealing something. This comparison. Oh, well, let's look at the January 6th convention. Apparently, it's still top on his mind. I never heard of one January 6th defendant who was put in 5-point restraints or in a safe cell. If the only way to keep him safe is the most punitive thing, that's a problem. And he went on to criticize what? Presidential pardons. The judge said even January 6th defendants were only housed in a correctional treatment facility, far less restrictive a form of prison housing than this. Pardons may erase convictions, but they don't erase history, he said. They were hanging gallows outside. They, the January 6 protesters, he says, this judge, were hanging gallows outside. This is unbelievable. What am I to say to Allen, the would-be assassin? The judge says. What am I supposed to tell the would-be assassin? That this is going to be a fair process if we're putting him in a safe cell when he's not supposed to be there? At a minimum, I should be apologizing to him. I should be apologizing to the would-be assassin. We're obligated to make sure he's taken care of. Mr. Allen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that things have not been the way they're supposed to be. He actually apologized to the assassin, the attempted assassin. Mr. Allen, I'm sorry that things have not been the way they're supposed to be. He's addressing the would-be assassin directly. He says, the jail is going to let me know by tomorrow morning about what's going on with your housing situation. If not, I'm going to have more questions for them. We should be able to get you into a medium partition of the jail with windows. They want to make sure the guy this judge wants to make sure that the would-be assassin has a window view. We want to give you a room with a view. Legal visits. Ask for legal visits. Do not accept these things, that these things are acceptable, he says. He's giving advice to the would-be assassin. Don't put up with this. Don't put up with us jailing you like this. This judge tells the would-be assassin, "We want to get you a Bible? If we can get someone vegan food, we can get you a Bible, and we can make sure that you're not in 5-point restraints." Anybody want to know who? I wonder who this judge voted for. Apologizing to the would-be assassin. Why not just, judge, invite him to your house for dinner? Maybe with an armed guard. Make sure that he's fed everything that he needs to be fed right. Make sure of it, please, because who knows? This is insanity. Utter insanity on parade. We're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Get back, we have some more stuff. Have you ever in your life heard anything like this? I mean, well, Lee Harvey Oswald murdered Kennedy, so if this guy were alive, he may have not gone on the same kind of rant. But still.
Sacco and Felice, New York and New Jersey's premier attorneys at law. Their team brings decades of experience across a wide range of practice areas. Whatever life brings, they're your legal team. From everyday matters to complex cases, they've got you covered with the experience you need and the results you want. Because when life gets complicated, they make it simple. SaccoFelice.com. SACCOFILLAS.com. 2 C's, 2 L's.